Today on Another World.
I'm talking about my telling you to take care of Jerry Grove. By taking care of him, I didn't mean he should be languishing around a hospital room.
Jerry Grove was supposed to have been killed.
Just like the frame kid was supposed to have been killed.
Blaine, he was on his way to meet you. Just before he was hit, wasn't he?
Yes.
Why? Why what? Why was he on his way to meet you?
I wanted to ask you, has Jamie spoken to you?
Jamie?
Yes, I asked him to talk to you about the dock accident, your memory of it, that sort of thing.
There's a new nurse on duty. The blood counts on Jerry weren't taken.
For how long?
For at least 3 hours.
Well, did you take a blood count?
I ran it through myself. The spleen's ruptured.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Oh, boy, Mommy doesn't have anything to do today except have lots of fun with you. And I am looking forward to that.
That's nice.
Darling, what's wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just something that happened at work.
Well, it must be pretty serious.
Why do you say that?
Well, you don't usually bring your work problems home with you.
Well, this one is different. It involves Jamie.
How?
There's so many problems on this budget he was supposed to be revising.
Well, that doesn't sound that serious. I mean, it can be corrected, can it?
Oh, sure, it can be corrected. But it's not the kind of work I come to expect from Jamie. In fact, not the kind of work I would expect from anybody who's going to head up Corey Publishing someday.
Oh, but Mac, he's just...
Darling, I understand why it happened. In fact, it was inevitable it should have happened. He's driving himself too hard. He's really become compulsive about his work.
Well, maybe you should talk to him.
I've wanted to for the past few weeks, but I'm afraid he'll resent it.
Well, darling, I think now you have no choice if it's affecting his work.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I'm worried about him. He's not himself.
Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Will you take a look at a patient in examining room 7? Now, she's trying to convince me that she's a cardiac case, and I find nothing in the charts or an examination that indicates any of that.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. Don't worry about it. Oh, listen. Take a look at this stuff, will you? This Lewis boy is broken out in a rash from head to foot. See if you can find some idea what's causing it.
Okay. I'll see if I can recognize anything.
Rick,
Hey.
you had a chance to look in on Jerry today?
No, but I'll be up there real soon.
How's he doing?
Well, we're still taking hourly blood counts. And holding our breath that the spleen doesn't rupture.
Maybe I'll go in and check on him later.
Doctor.
Yeah?
You're needed in examining room number 1.
I'll see you later.
Hey, you shouldn't be awake.
Hey, gave me a sedative, but...
Perhaps you need another shot.
Just did. No more for a while.
I see. Well, other than needing to shave, you're looking pretty good. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're going to be all right.
Oh, yes. Sometime good as new. Car, Brian. 4-2. Hit me. Chase. Larry.
I think we both know who's responsible for this, Jerry. It's time I got some information from Zachary Colton as to why he hasn't made a single move against Jordan Scott.
The role of Clarice Ewing will be played today by Laura Beatty.
Clarice, it's so good to see you.
It has been a long time since just the two of us got together, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Come on, sit down. Thanks. I probably shouldn't ask for what's in the box.
Oh, this? Mm-hmm. Well, right next door to Corey's school, there happens to be the most wonderful bakery in town. And I just couldn't resist picking up a few sweet rolls on the way.
Oh, I'm glad you couldn't resist.
Oh, they're still warm.
Oh, well, it would be such a crime to let them get cold, and we have a fresh pot of coffee, you see.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Help yourself to one of your sweet rolls.
After you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you very much. Delicious.
Best in town.
Well, how's the best beauty shop in town going?
Oh, I'm sure your mom's told you. Mm-hmm. Business is getting better every day.
How's it going? Are you enjoying yourself?
Well, keeps me real busy, which is just what I need right now.
You and Larry still aren't back together again?
No. I don't think there's any hope of that happening either.
Oh, Clarice. I'm so sorry. I really am.
Well, I'm learning how to live with it.
Yeah, but it can't be easy. Especially with the new house, that must make it so lonely.
Oh, the new house. I hate that place, Rachel. I just wish I could get rid of it.
What do you mean, sell it?
Oh, give it away. I don't care. Everything was perfect between us before Larry decided he had to have that house. That's when all our problems really began.
Oh, Clarice. Well, that certainly isn't a very good way to start into a new house. How are you managing? You, Corey, the new house, everything. How's it going?
Hasn't been easy.
No.
But Lee's been a dear. Oh, and so has Jerry Grove.
Oh, listen, I was sorry to hear about his accident.
Yeah.
Is he going to be all right?
Well, Russ says he's holding his own, whatever that means.
Well, Bay City General is a very good hospital, so I'm sure he'll get all the care he needs there.
Yes. I just hope it's good enough. It's okay. I'm sorry to wake you up.
No. Okay. You're hot.
I know you're hot. Can I get you anything?
No. Oh.
Are you okay?
Sure.
Russ says you're very lucky.
Yeah.
Even though there are glass fragments in your eye, there's not going to be any damage.
Is Blaine all right?
Yes, Blaine's fine. She and Jordan Scott sent you some flowers. See? They're lovely.
Jordan Scott. He'll kill her.
Jerry, now please don't do this to
He
yourself.
will. He killed my mother, like me.
Jerry, you are going to be all right. Now, please don't think about it. At least not for now.
Okay. Blaine, can I see her?
Yes, I'm sure she'll be in to see you a little later.
You're here. It's good.
Jerry, you've got to get better.
Okay, I hurt all over.
But you're going to be all right. I promise.
Don't cry. Okay. Okay, really.
Okay. Now, I want you to rest. I'm going to go see what's taking Rick so long.
Don't go. Oh.
Please, shh, lie still.
Oh.
Come on. Breathe easy. I'm going to be right back, okay?
Yeah.
What?
I love you. I love you.
is it anyway?
It's early.
Oh, yeah? Really? We have plenty of time.
Jordan, please, not this morning, okay?
What's the matter? What, are you still upset about your husband's license?
No, why do you think that?
I don't know. I just thought it might still be bothering you.
It was just an accident. Besides, he's going to be okay. Clarice called and told me.
She told you that?
Yeah. We're pretty good friends, you know.
Well, Larry, too, is he?
What?
Nothing. Well, I'm glad to hear you're not upset about that.
No, of course not. You know that you're the only man for me.
Yeah? I want to make sure it stays that way.
It's just that I can't understand it, Jamie. There are some very serious errors here.
Well, I realize there's some mistakes there, Mac. But don't you think you're exaggerating just a bit?
I'm afraid I'm not, Jamie. Now, the accounting office caught this one when they noticed that these figures and these just don't correlate at all. Were you aware of that?
Well, I wouldn't have sent it out if I were aware of it, Mac. You know that.
Yes, of course I know it. But that you didn't catch it. That's what just completely baffles me.
I'm sorry, Mac.
And the figures over here. Now, that's not a realistic allowance. You know, if you take into consideration inflation and accelerating cost.
Well, I guess I didn't take everything into account.
No, I guess you didn't. Jamie, Pat's been doing this for quite a long time, specifically budgets. Why wouldn't you just take her word for it?
Well, I can't take everybody's word just because they've been at it longer than I have. Even if it involves my making some mistakes.
No, that's a very admirable attitude, but you usually don't make any mistakes. And that's why, what makes me wonder all the more, why, if you'll forgive it, this is all such a mess.
Well, it won't happen again. You have my word on that, Mac.
I don't know that you can promise me that. Not if you keep going at the rate you're going at.
What are you saying?
Jamie, the reason this budget is in the condition it's in is because you've been pushing yourself too hard for too long.
I don't have any choice, Mac. If there's work to be done, I have to do it.
Well, true, it's got to be done. But you know as well as I do, one of the hallmarks of a good businessman is the ability to delegate responsibility to others.
I know. Okay. I understand.
Why don't you just try to get together with Pat on this as soon as you can? I'm sure the two of you together can straighten out all these problems very quickly.
Okay. Anything else, Mac?
Well, yes, there is, as a matter of fact.
What?
I had a very long call from Taylor Holloway.
Well, about the docks?
Yeah.
Well, I had a long conversation with him about it. I explained it all to him. Well, I hope he's satisfied that I can handle it.
Well, it's just that he feels if we don't have any firm evidence that those accidents which we've been experiencing are really accidents, then we should close down this whole dock operation.
Oh, Mac, we can't. I mean, we have too much money tied up in that already. You can't just throw it all away.
Yes, you can, if the only alternative is to throw more bad money after good money.
Well, the police report states that they were just accidents, as you know.
Yeah. I'm still not convinced.
Well, you know how I feel about it. But we haven't been able to come up with anything concrete to prove that they were anything but that, accidents.
Right. Perhaps you should take the time to talk to Senator Alexander about it.
Why?
Well, he's the only direct witness we have of the things that happened down there. Perhaps now he'd be able to recall what happened more accurately.
But the police already talked with him.
Oh, yeah. Right after the accident.
Right.
But he was in no condition then to remember anything. Perhaps now he could remember it more clearly. Anyway, worth a try.
Okay, Mac, I'll do that.
You don't mind talking to him, do you?
Well, of course not. I'll do it today. Oh, and I'll talk to Pat.
Thank you.
Look, Mac, I really am sorry about this budget.
Don't worry about it. It can be corrected.
Thank you. Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Right.
Well, just how serious are Jerry's injuries?
Oh, it was really touch and go there for a while.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. He's still not in the clear.
Well, what's the problem?
Well, Jerry's spleen may rupture.
Oh, no.
Apparently, when he was hit, the spleen was damaged, either by the broken ribs or the car. I don't know which.
Well, what's going to happen if it ruptures?
Well, they hope they catch it soon enough so they can take it out before it poisons his whole body.
Oh, heavens. Well, then I guess it is important that he's right there in the hospital.
Yeah, that way they can monitor him and take blood counts and blood pressure every hour.
Well, he couldn't be in a better place then, because if something does go wrong, they're right there and they'll give him immediate attention.
Yeah, I know. I just can't help worrying about Jerry.
He's become really important to you, hasn't he?
Yeah. I guess right now he's the most important man in my life.
Are you in love with him?
Oh, no. No. I still love Larry. Guess I love him as much as I always did. But Jerry's a friend now, my friend. You know, ever since Larry left, Jerry's been there for me whenever I needed him.
Oh, well, that is a good friend.
Sure is. I don't know what Corey and I would have done without him.
How's Corey holding up with Larry gone?
Not good. No, he and Larry were so close. It's very hard for him.
It must be extremely hard.
You know, he's had nightmares.
Oh.
He comes running into my room asking where his daddy is, and when he can't find him, he's scared to death. Oh, I don't know. It really rips me apart.
Yeah.
Poor Corey. He's so little. I just don't know any way I can make him understand what's happened. What are you thinking about, Rachel?
Oh, I was just thinking about Matthew.
Well, he's all right, isn't he?
Oh, of course. He's a wonderful, wonderful baby. Larry did adopt Corey, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. At the time, Larry thought it was very important. Yeah, adopting Corey meant everything to him.
Mac wants to adopt Matthew. He really wants him to be his legal son.
Does he?
I just don't know, though. I don't think Mitch would ever give up the rights to his son.
Zachary, what a surprise. It's not often we're used to seeing you out here in the middle of the day.
No, I don't get out here much during business hours, do I?
But you don't have much trouble once the sun sets. Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
Practically broke the bank here the other night.
Yeah, I know. I was very pleased the way the evening went. A little run of luck is always pleasant, but especially nowadays.
Why, especially now?
Well, use a little extra luck, I think, in the very near future.
Really? Why?
I'm thinking about running for mayor, Jordan.
Oh, well. Listen, if there's anything I can do, please let me know.
Okay, that's very generous of you.
What else are friends for?
Yeah, well, thank you. Now, speaking of friends, I came here as a friend with a little bit of advice for you.
What about?
Well, I made an exception, you see, of coming out here on the taxpayer's dollar today because I think you might be making a little hasty investment there.
Which is?
Rumor has it that this new place of yours, a connection, is opening an escort service.
Where'd you hear that?
Well, from a very reliable source, Jordan. That's why I wanted to check it out with you. Is that true?
Huh? It might be. Then again, it might not be.
You want to clarify that for me, Jordan?
I'll tell you the truth, Zachary. I find it odd to be discussing a subject like this with Bay City's district attorney.
I told you, I'm here as a friend now.
Okay. We're thinking about putting an escort service into the connection. But I want to assure you, Zachary, it will be a strictly legit operation.
Oh, Jordan, I don't care how legitimate an escort service is. There's always going to be problems with it. And I don't want to see you put yourself through that kind of grief.
Well, what would you say, what would your advice be if I told you it would be a very discreet operation? operation?
I'd say you're still going to have a problem.
Why?
Because it's in Bay City proper, under the watchful eye of the Bay City Police Department. And it'd be impossible for your little operation to be so discreet as to go unnoticed.
Hard, yes, but impossible?
Jordan, as a friend, I just wish you would reconsider. Because as a district attorney, I'm going to have to investigate if there are any complaints. I don't want to put that kind of strain on our friendship, okay?
Now, that didn't hurt you much, did it? I tell you, split chins are very popular this year. You'll find that when your friends see it, they're all going to want one. There we go. Good as new.
Okie dokie, come on. Oh, let's find your mother. Oh, you're heavy.
Let's tell her to bring him back in 4 days. What is it, kid?
Listen. Have you been in to see Jerry today?
No, but he's being monitored, and the nurses up there know I'm here, and they'll call if something goes wrong.
Well, I've been in to see him.
I gather from the way you're acting, his condition startled you.
Look, he looks terrible. He has a fever, and he's in a lot of pain.
Which is to be expected. Now, maybe the sedative they're giving him isn't strong enough. I'll check it out.
Well, he's talking about Blaine and asking if she's all right.
Well, Blaine is the one who found him, and he's bound to be a bit fuzzy still. He may think that she was at the accident, and she was hurt, too.
No, I don't think it's that.
Are you jealous of Blaine?
No, I'm really worried about Jerry.
What? What are you getting at?
Look, when I was at his place the night before, there was a message on his tape machine from Blaine asking to see him. She made it sound very urgent and very important.
Yeah?
And I guess that personal business that he broke our date about was to see her.
Wait a minute. Kid, where are you heading with
I
this?
don't know. I mean, there's so many missing pieces. I don't understand. But something is going on. And Jerry said a very odd thing to me the night they found his mother's car.
Which was?
Which was that he knew who was responsible, and he was going to confront that person face to face.
Is it Jordan Scott?
Yes. And he makes arrangements to see Blaine. But before he can, he is hit. And he may die.
Hey, he's going to be all right. Now, we're watching him here at the hospital, and the police have got a guard outside his door, just in case.
You mean the police don't think this is a normal hit and run?
I don't know what the police think, but I think that you should...
Excuse me, Rick. You're needed out here, all right?
Yep. I've got to go. You going to be all right?
Yes, I will. And you promise me you're going to look in on him as soon as you can?
Would I deny you anything?
Kit. Hi.
Hello, Blaine.
Any news on Jerry?
Yeah, his condition is stable.
What does that mean?
It means he's doing as well as can be expected.
I see. Listen, do you know what room they put him in? I can't seem to find him anywhere.
Yeah, he's up on the 3rd floor.
I guess I asked one of the nurses up
That's
there.
room 392.
Thanks. Have you seen him yet today?
Yes.
And?
And what?
Kit, you are making this very difficult for me.
Yeah, well, things are very difficult for everyone right now, especially Jerry.
Yeah, especially Jerry.
Blaine, he was on his way to meet you. Just before he was hit, wasn't he?
Yes.
Why?
Why what?
Why was he on his way to meet you?
Something very important came up, and I felt I should discuss it with Jerry.
What?
Kit, I'm really sorry, but I don't think it involves you.
Oh, yes, it does. If for no other reason than he broke a date with me to see you.
Sorry, I don't see the connection.
Well, then I'll spell it out for you. I have a feeling if it weren't for you, he would not be in a hospital bed right now.
Sorry you feel that way. Listen, I didn't come here to argue. I just want to know if Jerry's going to be okay.
He's going to be okay. No, I don't know why you care.
Come.
Sorry to interrupt. Somehow this managed to wind up on Pat's desk.
Oh, thank you very much. You're not interrupting. Have a seat, will you? I want to speak to you a minute.
Sure.
So how's our newest trainee managerial assistant coming along?
Well, actually, I'm starting to like this job more and more.
I'm very pleased to hear that, Sandy.
I mean, I've still got a lot to learn, but, I've got to get used to finding out where everybody and everything is in this building.
I guess now you know why we call it the complex. Well, you'll get that all straightened out in a week or so. I wanted to ask you, has Jamie spoken to you?
Jamie?
Yes, I asked him to talk to you about the dock accident, your memory of it, that sort of thing.
Well, we haven't talked yet, but he did say something about wanting to see me later.
Oh, well, then that's probably what it is.
Well, I've got to admit, Mr. Corey, I'm a little curious now.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to beg off. I don't want to discuss it with you mainly because I've assigned this to him as his specific project.
I see. Well, I guess I'll just have to wait till later.
Right.
Well, I better get down to the mailroom. Pat's expecting a package.
I didn't mean to keep you from your work.
No, not at all. It's nice talking to you again.
We'll do it again soon.
Great, I'd like that.
Oh, say, listen, when are you coming out of the house to dinner?
Oh, now, Mr. Corey, you know...
No, don't even start with that now. You have a standing invitation. I know Rachel would like to see you.
Well, I'd like to see her, too. And Amanda and Matthew.
Great. We'll get a definite time soon.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Mr. Corey.
No, thank you very much, Sandy.
So, did you have a good flight in from St. Louis?
Fine.
I'm glad to hear that. Nice little spell of warm weather we've had.
Jordan, I'm not here to discuss the weather or plane flights with you.
Well, I was just...
No small talk, huh? I'm not in the mood.
What's the matter, Jess?
Any number of things.
Like what?
Do you want me to spell them out for you?
No, I just don't know what you're talking about.
Number one, I'm talking about my telling you to take care of Jerry Grove. By taking care of him, I didn't mean he should be languishing around a hospital room.
Jerry Grove was supposed to have been killed.
Supposed to have been?
Yeah.
Just like the frame kid was supposed to have been killed.
I don't know what went wrong. The instructions were explicit. Kill Jerry Grove.
As if that weren't enough, my sources tell me not only is Jerry Grove in the hospital, but there's a plain clothesman guarding his room.
Yeah, well, I guess that's routine with the police department until they completed their investigation.
Jordan! This is me you're talking to. Take my word for it. Having a plainclothesman stationed outside the room of someone who was merely involved in an accident is not, may I stress, not routine. I want it checked out, now.
Okay. All right, well, I'll have it checked out.
I'm expecting you to. I also heard that Joey Perini quit.
Yeah, well, it's just as good he did.
Need I remind you of how much money the company has sunk into that young man?
These things happen in business all the time.
Our business can't afford that kind of turnover, primarily because it's risky, aside from being costly. You don't know how much information that kid could have picked up while he was here.
Yes, I do. Joey didn't know anything about how the operation is run.
Even about letting certain customers win? I don't want that information around. It's bad PR.
He has no proof that anything like that went on.
All right. And speaking of letting people win games, I just saw the district attorney leaving here. What do you want?
Oh, he just stopped by to give me a little friendly advice.
About what?
Well, he doesn't think that the connection is just the right place for an escort service to go on. He thinks it'll be too close to the Bay City Police Department.
That's great! We have an escort service and no place to run it. Why wasn't that checked out before?
I just didn't think it'd be a problem.
You didn't think. That's getting to be quite a habit with you.
Hiya, I'm back. Oh, hi, Mr. Cooper. I just thought I should check in.
Hey, I've been looking for you.
Well, that does my heart
Rick,
good. What's wrong?
I just went in to look on Jerry. He doesn't look good. Could you...
I forgot. I told Kid I'd check on him, and I forgot.
Colton, as you're aware, several days ago, my colleague, Jerry Grove was run down in a parking garage underneath the building in which our offices are located.
Yes, I know about the incident, Brian. I understand that he's going to be all right, however.
No, he's not out of danger yet, though his doctors are optimistic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that there was any danger.
Well, nor would I describe what happened as an incident.
Well, how would you describe it then, Brian, other than a typical hit and run?
Well, you're at least half right, Colton.
Half right?
Yes. I would describe what happened as a hit.
Where did you come up with that idea, Brian?
You know, Colton, sometimes I wonder why I waste my breath.
Brian, just because I don't respond the way you would like doesn't mean I don't hear you.
Well, surely it must have come to your attention that Jerry Grove believes that Jordan Scott was responsible for the death of his mother.
Are you suggesting that Jordan Scott was responsible for this hit, as you call it, on Jerry Grove?
I'm not suggesting it. I'm saying it.
Brian, I would think twice if I were you before repeating that statement to anyone else. And I'm going to do my best just to forget that I even heard it. Attribute your indiscretion to emotional strain. I know you're very close to your colleague.
Look, if you have to attribute it to anything, attribute it to reason to suspect.
Brian, we looked into this. There's no evidence to warrant an investigation like that.
Oh, yes, I'm fully aware that some police officer questioned Jordan as to his whereabouts on the night that Jerry was run down. And, as could be expected, he was very visible that evening, giving himself a perfect alibi.
All right, well, that does rather set him in the clear then, doesn't it?
No, it does indicate that Jordan has someone else doing his work for him.
You can't really believe that.
Oh, but I do. And I want to know from you, Mr. District Attorney, what you're going to do about it.
Hurt.
What happened?
I was just looking for you or Dr. Matthews. Listen, did you request that Jerry's blood count be taken hourly?
Yes, I left very clear instructions to that effect.
Well, according to his chart, none has been taken for 3 hours.
3 hours? How could a thing like this happen?
Oh, can I do something? Oh, kid, please.
Jerry, this is Marianne.
Marianne, please don't.
Maybe you better get Kid up here.
Is he okay?
I don't know. It doesn't look good. There's severe pain in the abdominal region.
Yeah, nice. Car.
I think you better go.
I'll get her.
Rick, I hurt.
I know, Jer. I know. Just hang in there. Have you taken a blood test?
Yes, I was about to take it down to the lab.
I'll run it down. Now keep talking to him. Keep him as calm and relaxed as possible.
Car.
All right, Jerry. Relax.
Still
Okay,
hurting.
Jerry. All right. Try to relax, all right? You're gonna be all right.
Well, we're glad you did stop by, aren't we, Jordan?
Oh, yes, of course we are.
So how was the trip?
I think it was very worthwhile.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Mr. Cooper, you've got some pretty impressive escort services scattered over the country.
Oh? You like our operations, huh?
Yes, I do. Very much. I'm becoming very excited about being involved in one here.
Yeah. I think the trip was worthwhile, Jason. What do you think, Jordan?
I think Jason accomplished what he set out to do.
Yes, he has. Do you have any recommendations for the operation in Bay City?
Well, an observation more than a recommendation, maybe.
What's that?
Well, all the escort services you sent me to, Chicago, Phoenix, Los Angeles, they all operate out of health clubs.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Well, it seems to work out very well. Better, I think, than out of a restaurant nightclub situation.
Well, why do you say that?
I don't know. Yes, I do know. After seeing all the places that you sent me to, I can't figure the connection attracting the kind of people who are willing to pay for an escort. People come to the connection for a few drinks, to have a jolly old good time. But people go to a health club because they're looking for a change. They want to start over. They're looking for a breath of fresh air. To me, the person that goes to a health club is much more likely to be the person to use an escort service.
I can't agree.
Well, the company doesn't have a health club in Bay City. So although your point is a good one, it really is pointless to discuss it further.
I don't think that should be much of a problem, though.
You don't?
No, I don't. Mitch Blank has just bought into the sporting life. And from what he's heard, they're still looking for investors.
What's the sporting life?
It's a health club. It's on the outskirts of town in a new shopping development.
I wasn't aware such a facility was available here.
Well, it's a very new operation, Jess. It hasn't been going on very long, and...
All the better for our purposes. People in our line of work should be on top of things like new shopping developments. There are a lot of good opportunities to be had in places like that.
You want me to check it out?
You should have checked it out before. Perhaps you could look into the sporting life. See what's available there.
I'd be more than happy to, Mr. Cooper.
Good. And please, report directly back to me.
I've been looking all over for you, man.
Oh, I haven't been hiding out. This is where I work. What's happening?
There was a new nurse on duty. The blood counts on Jerry weren't taken.
For how long?
For at least 3 hours.
Well, did you take a blood count
I ran
now?
it through myself. The spleen's ruptured.
How long ago?
There's no way of telling. The minute I got the test results, I sent him up to surgery. He's on his way up now. Russ, Kit told me to check up on Jerry hours ago. I was just busy. And then I was so sure that those blood counts were being monitored.
Dick. Monitoring Jerry's condition is not your responsibility.
I know.
You found out he wasn't getting the proper care. You've made the right moves, all right?
Right moves? What if I didn't make them in time? Jamie.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Said you wanted to see me?
Yeah, come on in. Sit down, have a seat.
Yeah, thank you.
Mac wanted me to talk to you about the day our little accident took place down at the docks.
Oh, yeah.
To see if you can remember anything else about what happened other than what you told the police.
Like what?
Well, what I guess I really want to know is, do you have any reason to believe it was anything other than an accident?
Do you mind my asking why you're asking?
Well, a good friend of mine is in the hospital, and he may be dying from what may have been a hit and run.
Oh, you're talking about Jerry Grove, right?
You know him?
I've met him.
Well, anyway, he believes that our accident was an attempt to get me, to force Mac to close down the dockside.
Why does he think that?
Someone told him.
Just someone?
Yeah, well, he didn't want to say who it was. Anyway, has what I've said thrown any light into what you saw?
Well, I don't really know about the accident, but if it was an attempt to shut down the dockside, I think the obvious question would be...
Excuse me, Jamie, I have some things here.
Couldn't you not?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I thought that I...
Would you just walk in on Mac that way?
Well, no, but it's not the same thing at
But
all.
nothing, Liz.
I need your signature on these.
All right, just leave them there. I'll sign them when I can.
Yes, of course, sir. I'll leave them here. I'm sorry, I didn't think.
Liz. I'm the one who's sorry. I'm very tired. Okay? I'm very sorry. I'll sign the first chance I get.
Of course.
Thank you, Liz.
Jamie?
What? I'm sorry, what was I saying?
Well, we were discussing who would benefit if the dockside was shut down.
Oh, right. Well, it would have to be the only other dock project under construction down there, the West End Development Company.
Yeah, and who's behind that?
Well, an out-of-town concern, a man named Jess Cooper.
Jess Cooper?
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.